In this third video in the series titled Be Competent, Not Clever, I want to give you a case study of how I used to get calligraphy students. And it's always based on the principle that your priority in marketing and sales is to demonstrate your competency. In other words, prove to prospects beyond the shadow of a doubt, prove to your future employer that you're actually able to do the job. And ideally, you should prove to them in person, or if it's not possible or convenient, prove to them in a Zoom session, in a one-on-one Zoom session where you're actually demonstrating to them your competency. Because when you think about it, when they're advertising for a job, the employer or the recruiter just wants one thing from you. They don't always say it, but they just want you to demonstrate beyond the shadow of a doubt that you can do the job. So anyways, when I was looking for calligraphy clients, I would just offer to meet them in person for a free demonstration. So I would meet with them in a Starbucks, coffee shop, etc. And I would tell them, okay, so here's my teaching approach. And I would demonstrate to them the basic training that they would receive when they hired me as a private calligraphy instructor. I was charging $60 an hour. And so I would tell them, well, I'm using this pen, and this is how I'm holding it, and this is how I do calligraphy. So I do a demonstration of italic calligraphy. They're impressed. Wow, it's beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And then I would show them, well, here, I'm going to break down what I'm going to teach you. It's step by step, so you're never going to feel any pressure. You go at your own pace. I'm going to be your coach. Bada bing, bada boom. So I just show them, and 100% closing rate. They always hire me after I do that demonstration. They always want to start right away. In most cases, they want to start right away. So I always have a pen, and I sell them the pen for $5, and we start the training session right away. Same thing when I used to work as a business consultant. I would meet with entrepreneurs, and one-on-one, I would ask them questions, what kind of business they want to start. And I would tell them, well, if you hire me as a business consultant, here's what I would do for you. Bada bing, bada boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they hire me on the spot. Once again, 100% conversion rate. So what I'm telling you here is that, I see a lot of people struggling to find freelance contract or struggling to find a job, but you have to understand that the employer or your freelance client, they're only looking for one thing, and that is a clear demonstration of your competency. Because if you can do the job, then they will pay you. But the problem in today's job market is that we were following a routine or some kind of protocol that doesn't work. You have the employer that's putting up a job ad, and then people send their cover letter, their resume, but that's good information, but it still doesn't give the employer what he actually wants, which is a demonstration of your competency, a demonstration or some kind of proof, a performance, a documentation, that evidence, okay, evidence that goes beyond the shadow of a doubt, that proves to them that you can actually do the job. Your cover letter does not prove anything. You're just claiming, most people are just exaggerating in the cover letter. Same thing with the resume. Your resume, it's not proving anything. It's just claiming that you had some experience in the past. Your cover letter is also making a lot of claims that are not substantiated. The only thing, and really, friends, you gotta believe me, the only thing that will convince the client or the employer that you can do the job is if you demonstrate right in front of them, or in a video, you demonstrate to them how you would actually do the job. So if you're reading about a job ad, just pretend that you have the job, okay? And go on your computer and pretend that you're starting the job, Monday morning at 9 a.m. What would you do? And then just explain what you're doing in the video and tell them, this is what I would do if I am given the job. I guarantee you that if you do that, if you create that video of 30 minutes explaining what you would do once you get the job, you're going to be standing out. You're going to be like 1 in 500 or 1 in 1,000, because most of the other job candidates, they're too lazy or they're not creative enough to do that kind of thing. So once again, the principle here is that if you want the job, you got to do the job. You got to pretend that you have the job and just do the job and record yourself, record your computer screen, and show to the employer that you've got what it takes. Prove to them beyond the shadow of a doubt that you can do the job once you get the job.